Hello, beautifuls. How are you doing today? I hope that you are doing well. Today is the full moon. So I know many of you will be watching this after the full moon has probably already occurred, but this is exactly this transition period where the full moon will start to slowly turn dark. Is I find a very magical time for us to also ponder on as we go through this next cycle that we are going to be in. I did take some notes here, and I will be pulling some cards to get some more wisdom from Spirit regarding this transition. But the notes that I have taken is ideally, as I said, it's going to help us within this transition. So right now, the moon is in an air sign in the cosmogram realm of formation and creation. So this is going to be emphasizing a lot and having us focus a lot on our detachment of our perceived perceptions, right? And this is going to be in regards to what has happened, or our upbringing, our influences, and also our perceived limitations. Yes, I'm going to circle that, perceived limitations. So at this time, basically, the moon and its position within the cosmogram, within this air sign, is basically the cosmos wanting us to go through this, I like to call it an emotional initiation. And depending on how this affects your life or where this is going to be showing up in your life, it varies, of course. But basically, there's going to be parts of us that are going to be calling for us to reevaluate our process and understanding of life and living. And with this reevaluation and our understanding of life and living shifting and changing, this is going to, I have here, I wrote down, will create this fiery energy. And what I mean by this, it's like this power and this heat, and almost in a way a destruction, but it's this destruction that will be of the benefit of some kind of transformation that is coming along in your life, right? So this is going to be affecting us, you know, within the next few days. As I said, as the sun is making this beautiful, the moon is making this beautiful transformation and going through its next phase. And this is going to be a very powerful time for us. And with it being a full moon, right? There's two different energies with the full moon that I take on it. And one of that energy, it emphasizes our gratitude. So definitely take the time from either today or whenever that you do watch this video, take the time to think on, from the last full moon at the beginning of this month until now, what do you have to be grateful for? What have you learned? What are you thankful for? Okay, definitely put an emphasis on that gratitude. Okay, because I don't know if you watched my very short, I think it was like maybe only 1 minute video, but the last new moon at the beginning of this month, it was focusing a lot on our journeys and our visions. Okay, so the fact that now the cosmos is wanting us to focus and detach from our perceived perceptions, this is definitely fueling that movement. Okay, and then on the other side with the full moon that I have written down here, I have gratitude, but also reflection And what I mean by reflection is from now, from the full moon until this transition into this new phase that will become the new moon, what do you need to reflect on so that you can make space for abundance? Because abundance is already there. It's always been there, but we are needing to make space for it, right? So what do you need to reflect on? And this reflection I have here is regarding our perceptions. It's regarding our perceptions. In terms of our modality of moving this along, it came to me that you can, that using fire, you can enact workings or prayers for will, power, courage. I have here passions. In a way, it's like this purification to occur. So that way, this purification can occur. And what I'm seeing right now is like this is like this barren land that has been touched by fire, but it has cleared the way. Once again, this is the, making space for the abundance to then, rise. And also I wrote down using the sun. So using the sun right now, the sun is in an earth sign. So using the sun and its position to basically enact action, order, organization into our life. Okay, because actually, quite interestingly enough, when I did my card pull for myself today, the card for me, and I'm being called to, like, perhaps this is a message for someone out there, but it's this message of what was it? It said anger and madness are brothers. So this fiery energy that this full moon is sort of like enacting within us, and like in this new focus of detachment of our perceptions, of saying like, nah, like this is not for me, this is what I want, or whatever it's of however it's showing up in your life, to be quite honest. But without any sort of direction, that fire can be quite uncontrollable and can turn to madness. And we do not want that. We want to utilize what the cosmos are projecting or are giving us, so they can help us, right? So using the sun's position to enact action, order, and organization into our lives, so that way we can use this moon fiery, very steamy. I kept thinking like steam. I don't know if any of you all been to like a sauna, right? And that steam that just enacts in your nostrils, like I'm getting like very steam-like energy, like just directing it in a way that there is some organization. So definitely utilize that fire of, once again, like I said, being very grateful of what you've learned, being very thankful for what has come forth so far, but also now reflecting on what you need to make space, or what you need to analyze, so that way you can make space for the abundance, right? So it's like this preparation for the next new moon, right? That's basically all that I wrote down. That's all that I got in regards to this moon position that we are in today. And so now I want to just pull a few cards, get some extra wisdom from spirit regarding, whatever it is that spirit wants to give us to help us along our journey. Okay, so the first card to come out is the Six of Hearts, naivety, and it's in reverse, and it says, what is past is gone, what is hoped for is absent. For you is the hour in which you are. Okay, that is a beautiful. So with this showing up, immediately what I think of is, I think of void. And I feel like this has come up before for us. So there is something here within this void and releasing the past and detaching from hope. That's a very interesting. Detaching ourselves from hope, because it already is. It's already is. Okay. All right, is it this? Yeah. Okay, so the other card to come out here is the Jack of Spades. And it says, you cannot lean on air. See, this brings me back to that direction. This brings me back because we got the spades here, right? This is our current mindset. Our current mindsets and how we are looking. Oh, upbringing. Oh, that's came back. Okay, that's come back up again. So upbringing is coming up again. So something about the past and our upbringing and this perception of like how we saw it. There's something that is needing to be healed, and it's basically happening now. And it has influenced how you look at yourself, how you look at life, how you look at others, your goals, etc. And you cannot lean on air. It's not stable. Those perceptions are no longer, they're no longer aiding in who you are now. That is what I'm hearing. It's no longer valid. It's invalid information is what I'm getting. That is interesting. Let's get one more card from this deck. Yeah, here we go. Wow, and look at that. We got the Five of Spades in reverse, and it's repair. Silence gives rise to peace, and with peace comes security. Wow. I feel like I've never even seen this. That's very interesting. But okay, that's not the point. So this is all aiding us in our peace. This brings me back to the message that I was given earlier that I shared with you guys in regards to madness and anger are brothers, right? And that realization of like this anger for me, it shows, for me, when anger comes up, it is showing me what aspect in my life that I am wanting more out of. That I know that there's this aspect in you that it knows that you deserve more, right? And sometimes it can eat at you because depending on your situation, you may not be feeling as though you are getting what your spirit innately knows it deserves, right? And this silence that we are needing to sort of listen to, right? I'm not sure if I said this, but like this rise to peace, right? This sense of security is definitely aiding us in a way, as I said, which honestly, these cards to show up is no shock for me, because the fact that we have two spades here, spades is usually equivalent to air, and the moon is now in an air sign. So that makes a whole lot of sense of where we are needing to repair. Where's that anger showing up? Where in our lives is this anger telling us that our spirit is basically telling us that you are deserving more in this area, right? It's enacting this passion. It's just enacting this beautiful passion within us, and in a way of releasing of past limitations, because as I said, yeah, they're definitely no longer serving. So let's pull, oh, that's one card here. We say, all right, okay, so what do you need to release? What do you need to release? This is a very big question. What do you need to release? And I feel called to pull from my other deck here. We'll pull one more card and then call it a day. I don't want this video to be too long, to be quite honest. So let's pull one more card here. Oh, one that just flew right out. Psychic protection. Psychic protection. Around me now, a shield of gold, protecting me strong and bold. Alrighty, so this could be a call to, you know what, in this card that I see, and immediately and I saw the shield, you see like this shield and like this, it's putting up that blockage, putting up boundaries. I'm getting boundaries, setting very clear boundaries tonight. Especially when you realize what needs to be released and you see what is that thing, we're gonna call it a thing. What is that thing that is in between you and that abundance, whatever that abundance is in your life. Once again, this varies depending on what area in your life that this is showing up in, but definitely putting up that blockage. So whatever, oh, I'm getting imposter syndrome came to me just now, that being someone's blockage right there. But it's basically putting up this shield, and what's the reality? What is the reality? How are you going to be moving through this limitation? Yeah, and this is where this shield of gold, this protection, this psychic protection as well. So when I see psychic protection, for many, if you feel called to do some sort of protections in regarding your, you know, your magic or calling back your magic, if you felt like you completely just depleted yourself these past 2 weeks, definitely calling that magic back in. But I'm also getting, for some, it's like this mental protection in our mental health, of like, okay, my mental health for these next 2 weeks is going to be of vital importance, and I'm going to put my mental health above all right now, because that is what's of value to me right now. It's my mental health. So I'm definitely getting mental health, which of course makes sense with the air, this air fiery element coming along. Also getting anxiety. So anxiety coming, I'm hearing as well. So all right, I hope that this gives you some guidance in regards to taking accountability into your life, taking power back into your hands, getting into alignment, or just making sure that you are in alignment to your journey, your path, and your growth, right? Because that is what we are all individually accountable for. We're accountable for our own growth. So I hope that this gives some guidance, so that way you can continue on. And I will see you all in the next video when we discuss the new moon, which is always an exciting time for everyone because we all focus on abundance. So we're gonna see what that what that transition is going to have in store for us. But alrighty, so I say thank you to you for taking the time to click on this video. I really appreciate it, and taking the time to just listen to me ramble a little bit. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all in my next video. Love and truth, beautiful beings. Bye.